Why are chess engine recommendations confusing to analyze games? Imagine trying to understand a puzzle where the pieces keep changing positions as you look at them. That's what analyzing chess games with engines can feel like sometimes. When you use a chess engine to review your game, it gives suggestions based on complex calculations. But these suggestions can seem confusing or even contradictory. The main reason is that engines evaluate positions differently depending on how deep they search. Search depth is how many moves ahead the engine considers. At low depths, the engine might see only a few moves ahead, making its advice less accurate. As it searches deeper, it might change its mind about which move is best. So, a move flagged as a mistake early on might turn out to be good after more analysis. This can make it hard to understand why the engine recommends certain moves. Another reason is that different engines use different ways to judge positions. Some focus more on pawn structure, while others prioritize piece activity or king safety. Because of these differences, two engines might suggest different moves for the same position. This can confuse players trying to learn from the analysis. Plus, engines use techniques called tree pruning to limit how many positions they analyze. This means they might skip over some moves or ideas, especially in complex positions. As a result, their evaluations are sometimes incomplete or miss important tactical ideas. When analyzing your game, it's best not to rely on the engines for suggestion alone. Instead, follow the recommended moves several turns deep to see the bigger picture. This helps you understand the strategic ideas behind the moves, not just the immediate evaluation. Also, keep in mind that engine evaluations are given in numbers called centipawns, which show how good or bad a position is. But these numbers are relative and depend on how deep the engine is searching. A move labeled a mistake might actually be a good move if you consider the overall position. Understanding these factors makes it clear why engine recommendations can seem confusing. They are based on complex calculations that change as the engine searches deeper or uses different evaluation criteria. To get the most out of engine analysis, combine its suggestions with your own thinking. Look at the suggested lines several moves ahead and try to understand the ideas behind them. This way, you turn confusing recommendations into useful lessons for improving your game.